Hey guys, this is Tarkin coming at you with another game of Minecraft, trying to make this a quick one. Just showing you what I'm working on here. So we've got our row house built. We've got just all the beds all in a row. We've got a little skylight, a nice panorama there. Not truly panoramic, of course, because it doesn't go all the way around, which would be what pan would indicate, no doubt. But so I just wanted to show like basically how I drain the ocean. So right now it's just you see I've got a bunch of sand. I went and did like two or three inventories full, mining out a couple of beaches, which goes pretty quick. But I sort of clumsily extended it rather than doing it all in one logical block. So you have a bit of water to make it easier to get back up, and the more area you have, so if you have like a three in front of you, that's best because the point of using the sand is that it falls. It's not the end of the world. If you accidentally crack in, you see now, bam, we hit the bottom, which is right here. But that would be dry because we filled that in. This poor little golem fell down, but he'll be all right in the long run. But sometimes you can sort of forget where the ocean's going to start back up. But if you knock it down, it's not actually that bad because you can just swim back up with it, which we'll demonstrate here. You can just sort of see it when it's about to happen because there you go. And if you're paying attention when you're digging, then it's going to be totally fine. And you're, in any case, it's not going to like meld together and fill up all the way. It's just the sources at the top. And so all you have to do there is you fill it back up and you're like, okay, you reorient yourself. And now we'll just dig through here. And when you have your back to, of course, the place that you don't want to dig, that's the truly efficient method of doing it. But you know, why not do it a bad way first? So you just sit here and you're like, okay, I know that all I have to do is whipsaw up and down with this very awesome. Oh no, poor little guy. It'll be okay. We won't. He's not gonna languish here forever. All right, but what we're gonna do is, well, first we're gonna have to find a bed for him. We're gonna try not to drown the poor little tyke. Here we go. He'll be all right. I'm sure he knows how to swim a little bit. Yeah, he'll have a little block there. He'll be totally okay. But what I'm not gonna do is like spend a lot of effort into like totally saving him. Like there's a lot of other kids here, and ultimately he is just like very adventurous, right? But we're not going to abandon him down there. We're going to give him a nice little alcove with some enrichment. You know, he'll be fine. He'll have a little golem to be his friend. He's trying to swim up. Oh, he already grew up. You see, the bravery turned him into an adult. But we'll throw a bed there in case he can't get back up, and then he'll be able to work it out. So the water coming down is very important, in my opinion, to the structure of not the structure, to the style of the build of the digging, I should say, of the excavation, because it makes it just a lot easier to go up and down. Whenever I was first digging the hole into the ocean with the lush cave once upon a time, it feels so long ago now, but for that I didn't have good tools. I was using stone, and then of course I was also digging down rather than filling things up. I was very much the sort of victim of my technological level at that point, because here, like, it's always fast to hit sand, but now I can just absolutely mulch it. But I'll probably make one or two more trips to get sand. But so all I do now, I'll just show for the end of the video. Like, all you do is from the water, just rock back and forth holding down the block placement. If you sit in one spot, it takes slightly longer for it to make it legal. I think you can sort of like go up and down, but side to side is good too. Whichever method helps you with it, because if you see out there in the water where the pillars are, that's just sort of like the boundaries of the monument. But right before the end, I wanted to show you this one's actually a little bit unique from all the ones I've seen. So they're all built with essentially identical structures, but I'm sure this isn't that rare because of, the very logical reason for what's going on. I do have the breath enchantment on my helmet now, which is good. So right here, because there's a chasm that it's over, these support beams are part of every monument, but it goes down, pretty far. Not like to the end of the world, but pretty far. And that's just pretty cool, pretty unique, and that'll be, another special reason for these folks to end up here. But it won't be quick, it's gonna be slow incremental going. This isn't gonna be the only thing I spend my time on, but it's a fun little way, wake up in the morning, get my coffee. I can tell this is gonna be, a good little mindful project, to a chance to be reflective, a chance to gaze out at the sea with no land around, and grow some cacti. I bought one from a wandering trader, or I bought several, and now we're growing them on sand, and that's how to get the green dye, as I think I said in an earlier video. But that's going to be, the productive thing. As soon as they get one taller, I hack it off and build another one. So in no time, we're going to have just a whole bunch of them. But that's how it works. I throw down the blocks and then I knock it down and people fall in, and every time they do, I'm going to give them a bed, and then eventually it won't take too long, and then we're going to start transitioning this whole building up down to the floor. But we want there to be a place for them to live that's not inside of the monument itself, I think, is the initial plan I have. To make it sort of like, they might walk around in there from time to time, but I don't know if I want them to live inside. I just haven't decided. But the first things first, of course, is just to drain all of it and make it habitable, and then we'll need a big long glass tube under the ocean, probably, to connect to the coral reef, where we'll do another undersea thing. That's the long-term plan, but that is that'll be for another day. But until then, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Building in the Ocean.